135 laps on the board here at the California Speedway in Montana. As the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series celebrates Labor Day weekend in California. At the front of the field, the 6 car of Mark Martin. He's been there earlier. It's been a strong car all day. Here's how he made the pass this time. Inside the 9 of Casey Kane. And the veteran who won earlier this year at Dover fights the young rookie, keeps his foot to the floor, and Mark makes the pass and goes back into the lead. So Mark Martin leads, getting around Casey Kane. We're going to try and get you through the field, and Matt Yoakum bats first.
When Mark Martin's smiling about his race car, you know how good of a car he has. When you saw him fade earlier, though, he said the car was tight over the first few laps. He was going to settle in and get his feet under him again, and it's exactly what he did. Motored back to the front. Meanwhile, Casey Kane trying to knock down a spot top 10 in the championship standings, trying to knock down his first win. The car, though, still a little on the tight side, and air pressure and track bar adjustment on their next stop. Meanwhile, the 38, his car is tight in the center of the corner. They are still going to work on that race car. Brought their best piece. Dave, this is the car that finished third at the Brickyard and showcasing very well today.
Matt, the 97 of Kurt Busch has lost 2 spots since the restart. Kurt radioed in that his car was a little bit tight from the center of the corner to off the corner. He wants a track bar and wedge it, actually an air adjustment, next time he can get one. Matt, back to you.
Dave, if I'm Terry Labonte, I'm winning every race on Labor Day weekend, having a great top 5 run going, 5.6 seconds back. A slight air pressure adjustment to fix the loose condition on the last run. It's tightening up nicely.
Ryan Newman getting pressure from Jimmy Johnson now for that 7th spot, for the 6th spot now as Johnson goes by. Newman had picked up 2 positions. His car much better balanced now. He says it's really decent, and he likes the handling of the 12 car. Bill on the 48.
And battling still with the 12. It looks like the 12's going to have it at the line, but Johnson coming back. That 48 car of Jimmy Johnson just a little bit too loose for his liking, and that's what's hurting him the most in turn 1, Marty.
Bill, California native Robbie Gordon started 35th today, currently in the 8th position. The car very good, getting better the longer they go. Just a little bit tight, but Robbie says, quote, it's all good. Just a moment ago, Scott Riggs was in the 9th position, and then this happened. He ran into the wall on lap 128, scraped it off of turn 4. We're going to see it right here. Scott Riggs scraping the wall, and Robbie Gordon reported on his radio, the 10 hit the wall in front of me pretty hard. Scott says he wants a pair of sunglasses on the next stop, having trouble seeing going into turn 3, loose in 1 and 2 for the 10 car, tight in 3 and 4. Dave?
The 0-1 car of Joe Nemechek was loose, so they made an adjustment to make the car tighter. But the track cooling down also tightens up the race car, and now Joe's car just a bit too tight. Bill?
The 24 car just in front of him right there, just going through your screen at the bottom with Jeff Gordon at the wheel. They put a spring rubber in the right rear spring on their last pit stop. That cost them time. They've also got that nose damage repaired. Jeff says the car is really tight from the middle off.
Bill, Carl Edwards, very impressive at Michigan with a 10th place finish, continues to impress here this afternoon. So the car, though, is getting tighter and tighter, especially in the center of the corner. It was a rocket earlier, but it's starting to go more to the tight side, Marty.
Matt, a moment ago, Jamie McMurray was running 6th. Now he's running 13th, having problems with his car on restarts, and now the car is tighter than it's been all day, and the water back up to 240. Bill?
The 8 car of Dale Earnhardt Jr. was just way too tight at the start of this race. They've worked on it. They've worked on it. They finally heard from Jr. Free in, tight off. Tony Uri Sr., his crew chief, told me we're getting there. Marty.
Weber, the rally part 3 continues for Dale Jarrett, this time from 35th up to the 15th position. Top 10 times are telling him the car is excellent, just a little bit tight. Dave?
Better news on the 19. Jeremy radioed in that the car is better. We're getting closer. He says, right now I can't touch the throttle until late in the corner. He wants it, the car wants to turn right a little bit, but it's much better. The 30 car of Jeff Burton down since the restart. Restart at 10, all the way back to 17th. Jeff's car very, very loose right now. Marty?
Kansas continues his rally day from 35th up to now the, what position is he in? He is in the 18th position. So the car not as good as it was before he hit the debris, but it's coming around to us. Weber?
Michael Waltrip, Marty, in that 15 car, not real happy. A few laps ago, quote, man, I'm just junk. I think he's talking about the car, of course. He's tight into the turns and loose off. The two of Rusty Wallace just got by him, Matt.
And he is battling back from a lot of problems today, Bill. We told you earlier he had to pit for an unscheduled stop a little early because the car was overheating. They've had to put tape across the windshield because he hasn't been able to see. He's been battling a very free race car most of the afternoon. Marty?
Matt Sterling Marlin has 3 top 10s in his last 4 California races, but today the car not nearly as good. Said it just skates up the corner. As soon as he hits the gas, the car goes loose. Kevin Harvick is behind him in the 22nd position. Chassis-wise, the car is better, but he says horsepower-wise, we are getting killed. I can pass him in the corners, but when we hit the straightaway, they pass me right back. Weber?
Marty, it has just been a battle all day for Tony Stewart in that 20 car, just trying to get the handle on it, just can't get any grip. One note we do want to pass along that when he pitted too soon earlier in this race, Tony did come on the radio and apologize, said, sorry guys, I just followed the 16 on the pit road, my fault. Matt?
Not the day Bill Elliott had hoped for. Last 2 runs here in Fontana, both finishes were 4th. Right now he's 24th. He battled back from a lap down. The car free down in turns 1 and 2. Bill?
Casey Mears has had his hands full throughout the day in that 41 car. Right now it's loose in, tight in the center, and tied off. Got to keep working on him, Marty.
Weber in the 26th position. Scott Wimmer having a solid run for him. They've come back. They've had a tight race car most of the afternoon. Dwelled in the 30s for a while. Have made the car better. Frankie Stoddard and the guys doing a much better job. Different story for Bobby Labonte, the 8th place man in the championship, just struggling. They're only 27 points ahead of 11th coming into today. He said no grip, no bite, not turning, but otherwise it's not too bad. Weber?
Ryan Vickers got his best finish of the season when he started on the pole at Richmond. He finished 8th. He started on the pole here. Right now we take 8th, running deep in the field, says the car is loose, and that's problems for them because they thought the track would come to them late in the race as the sun began to set, and that has not happened. Back upstairs to the 3 guys that have been listening to all this fun.
Appreciate the updates. And guys, I am so impressed with Dale Jarrett, Jeff Gordon, Jeremy Mayfield. As we went through and heard these guys and look at the scoring monitors, they have made some tremendous comebacks, all those cars.
The rally crowd. And very impressed with Mark Martin, too. You see the gap he's putting on 2nd place. The pattern for Mark on a restart, struggles the first few laps compared to the competition. Then he holds his speed when others' lap times fall off, and Mark gets out front and motors away.
And watching that scoring monitor for the last few laps, consistently one of the best fastest cars has been Jeff Gordon. He's back in 8th position, but he's coming towards the front.
Let's check out race for 9th place. There's Carl Edwards.
High impressed position on
Yeah, he's done it. Well, he did a great job at Michigan. There again, this track is very similar to the other one. Fontana and Michigan are very similar to each other.
Carl just passing Robbie Gordon for that 9th place. Here's the payoff on our Singular Wireless Race Talk poll. When we go to that final cutoff race next Saturday night, you think Gladiators.
All right, now, BP, more importantly, I want to know what you picked.
I think Gladiators. I'd go with the majority.
We didn't agree.
What were we thinking?
See?
Yeah, he was
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I like Gandhi myself, but oh well. Well, there you go. All of those Best Picture winners, by the way. And our salute to Hollywood in our own strange but unorthodox way. So Robbie Gordon having a great day. 10th place in the Singular Wireless car after starting the race in 35th position. Robbie, one of the golden boys, as they called him in some of the track promotional material this weekend. The drivers from California competing regularly on the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series. Robbie from Cerritos, California, in this Southern California area.
Have quite a few of them. Casey Mears from up in Bakersfield, and Kevin Harvick, he's up in Bakersfield. I got an email the other day. We ought to call them the Bakersfield Boys.
There you go. Expecting pit stops between about lap 156 and 160 if the green flag stays out. As Jeff continues his rally. Taking 6th away from Terry Labonte, Mark Martin is the leader here in California.